know your land and know your prey.
We want to get into the water, down the river.
Let me show you the scar I got yesterday.
Okay, your route sucks.
Mantracker is part of an elite group specializing in search and rescue. But there's no rescue to be done here. Today, he pits his skills against two of the Yukon Territory's toughest. Neela and Mike will attempt to elude the Mantracker through the backwoods of their home turf. Mike is a computer consultant and a black belt in karate. He's at home in the Yukon wilderness.
I'm in good shape because I challenge myself. I train in karate, I run, I bike, I know what I can do, and I don't think there's anything that I would experience in the Yukon bush that I wouldn't be able to handle.
Neela followed her heart to the Yukon 2 years ago, but stayed because she fell in love with the pioneer lifestyle, even becoming a bush pilot.
My life has always been about finding new challenges, traveling places that I haven't been, going paths that I've not walked down before. I don't plan it ahead. I just go, and then something opens up.
A flare marks the beginning of the chase across a forbidding Yukon landscape. From just outside Whitehorse, the prey have 36 hours to reach a highway 37 kilometers due south without getting caught by Mantracker. Their only tools, a compass and a map. Although complete strangers, Mike and Neela have a lot in common. They are both runners, so their first instinct is to race in the direction of the finish.
What was nice to discover was that Neela, my partner, and I were fairly compatible physically, and we could do the same things. We could run at the same speed, we could climb the same hills.
The team dynamic establishes early. Clearly, Neela is the free spirit.
Is that the way we're going that way?
No, we're going that way, but I'm cutting back into the bushes here.
Okay.
Mike is a little more serious.
So if we're going to run into a bear, are you going to protect me? Are you going to like stand in front of me?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah?
From 3 kilometers away, Mantracker has to find the site of the flare. Local guide Chuck Hume is his map of this unfamiliar terrain, quickly identifying where the prey started, a recreation area on the outskirts of town. Once there, Mantracker looks for paired prints traveling in the same direction. Also the freshest track, evident by its sharp edges.
When we first started, there was a lot of trails going everywhere. So to be able to differentiate between everybody else and my prey, it's a big advantage to me.
They've got the first sign, but they don't know where the prey are headed, so every clue is crucial.
We've been trying to avoid the trail, staying out of the sand, going in the grass. The biggest thing we can do, I guess, is just not leave footprints.
But there are other signs Mantracker is following. Displaced stones, crushed vegetation, broken twigs.
That's upside down.
Well, that's the way we're going.
Oh, yeah!
At least with Neela's bush pilot skills, they won't get lost. The prey slow down. They've been flat out running for almost an hour. But so have the trackers. And they're closing in.
I still feel them. The hair at the back of my neck. Come on, let's go.
Let's grab this log here. Just slow him down a bit.
Should we move it over that way?
They go for a stall tactic, just in case.
Basically, just cover the...
Excellent.
There.
Very cool.
Oh, there's horses. Let's go. There they go.
Well, we have to get out of his view.
Yeah.
Mantracker kicks it into high gear. The roadblock is not an obstacle. But the prey have just enough of a lead to get out of sight and escape up a steep slope.
Can you hear that?
It's really crackly in here. We should be able to hear them walking through the bush if they're coming this way.
We won't move before they've passed us. So they missed our tracks when we left the trail.
Taking advantage of the noise from a plane flying overhead, the prey leave their hiding spot. But they're still spooked and stick to the bush.
Well, the weather changed on us about half an hour ago. It is good for us as far as our tracks get washed out. For me personally, it's getting a little uncomfortable, like my hair is soaked and my shoes are wet.
It's a mixed blessing for the trackers as well. Help or hindrance. It depends on how long it rains and how hard.
Well, so much for the rain hiding our tracks. As we step on the wet stuff, it brings the dry stuff up to the surface and makes these really bright patches on the ground, so I think we have to stay off the trail.
Unfortunately, bushwhacking is a lot more work.
Looks like we got some tracks right here. What we have here is a toe kick from a person walking, and what it tells us is the person has walked through here after it has rained. That's why we get the white color in the sand. They've disturbed the top wet layer. So it basically gives us a timeline that we're probably 15 to 20 minutes behind them.
A 20-minute lead isn't much when you're being pursued by a horse, especially when the prey aren't running. Mantracker races to close in for the kill. Mike and Neela are oblivious to the danger. But the hunters know their window of opportunity is limited. They have to move fast while the prey are still on the trail.
There they are.
Can you hear that?
There they are.
We just booted it. We didn't have to say let's go or let's get the hell out of here. We were bolting.
The chase ends as the horses balk at the cliff. It's just too steep.
You gotta almost have a suicide wish if you start running downhill.
Almost 3 hours on the run, and already 2 close calls. The prey are going to have to get a lot smarter to defeat the mantracker. Their downhill sprint has forestalled certain capture, for now.
Moving through the bush was slower, but we felt more comfortable. We felt safer in the trees. We felt that he couldn't see us, and we weren't on trails, we weren't on exposed ridges, so it was more comfortable being down low and in the trees.
While the prey move through the bush, mantracker stays on the ridge. Technically, he's not following their tracks. He's looking for them to rejoin the trail.
Right now, we're not 100% sure which way they've gone. We're gonna have to walk down this trail a ways and see if we can find a boot print that belongs to them. But the problem is there's been several people and a couple of dogs run over top of this trail. And they're running also.
Mantracker's got nothing, and he's lost ground searching for sign that isn't there.
These two are playing games with us.
Mike and Neela do have to rejoin the trail. It's the only way to get to the river.
We're almost there.
Without tracks, mantracker has to follow his hunches. And since the prey have been moving south all day, that's the way he and Chuck go.
We're going to cross the river here.
And we're going to
drift all the way down
that
there
little cut right
into
there.
the bend, exactly.
Yeah.
The posse is riding the one trail heading south. It dead ends overlooking the powerful Yukon River.
Once we're in the water, he hasn't got a hope in hell.
That's the perfect way to get rid of him.
Neela, where are you taking me?
We just have to cross these logs. You like our first date? Isn't it wonderful?
It may be summer, but this is a glacial river. Water that at first feels refreshing becomes numbingly cold. Muscles cramp. People drown.
The strategy we had was to build a raft, not swim across. Swimming across would have been nuts.
We know that we were risking quite a bit by crossing the river because it is very cold, but we're willing to pay the price to be safe for the night.
One more time.
We want to get into the water, down the river, across the river. He may not know where we come out.
This is absolutely the best route because he can't follow us on this route across the river.
Chuck was right. The prey had to pick up the ridge trail, but they aren't on it now. As the trackers reach the trail's end, the prey are already pulling away from shore.
Come on down, boys. The water's fine.
Mike and Neela are jubilant. In a few hours, when night falls, Mantracker will still be looking for a way across, and they'll have the river between them.
There's no way he's getting us together.
Their elation is short-lived. They begin to feel the cold. The current is so strong, it holds them mid-river, pulling them downstream. Their kicking and paddling is almost futile. The 10-minute crossing stretches to a bone-chilling half hour. Then 45 minutes. Hypothermia cramping their muscles and loosening their grip on the raft.
Mike, I'm really getting cold now.
We're almost there.
Mike, I'm really getting cold now.
It's getting late. The prey have made a desperate move to escape their pursuers by attempting to raft across the Yukon River.
Left leg.
They have been in the water for more than an hour while Mantracker watches from the ridge. If he's to pick up their trail on the far shore, he'll have to wait and hope he still has a visual when the prey make land. It seems to take forever. Eventually, the current does carry them into an eddy on the far shore. Getting into dry clothes is the first priority. For Mantracker, it's almost like starting over. He's forced to double back to a bridge several hours away, and by the time he gets there, he'll have to make camp. It'll be too dark to track.
Let's go set up camp somewhere.
Good idea.
It's nice to feel the sun. We were tired, but we were thankful we could rest for a while. We knew we had lots of time. It was getting dark. He was probably going to start camping soon anyway.
What do you think the fire? Is it too visible?
Well, it's visible if anybody's around. I don't know if Mantracker's still looking for us or if he's holed up for the night.
Yeah.
He sees the fire. Now he knows just where to find them when the sun comes up. It's dawn, and it's miserable. After doubling back last night, the trackers now have to cover the same distance on the river's west bank, gunning straight south to where they spotted the prey's camp. The runners are on the move as well, traveling quickly and strategically.
Okay, our game plan today is to try to get as much distance as we can between us and Mantracker.
Even in running, we took our time to set him up. We walked down trails, then cut across to another trail. So it took him time to, go onto the wrong one, come back and find the real one. But we're still moving very, very fast.
We're on the run.
We found where they had camped, and they actually left us a flower in the fire pit.
Mantracker follows the trail from the campsite. Easy going for a while. Mike and Neela have really been running, trying to maintain their lead. They can't keep it up.
Okay, where are we? We're Right, okay,
We passed the swamp.
there's the lake.
There's the lake.
So we're there.
The prey's sprint has left mantracker a clear trail, but then it gets tricky. A fork in the road, tracks on both. Each has to be considered.
Several tracks right here. We just got to figure out which way they're going. Anytime at a fork we find a very good 3 or 4 prints going in a certain direction, quite often it's a ruse to try and get you to go that way really fast and lose time, and that's when you want to go double slow and make sure, because sometimes they're trying to trick you.
He's onto them.
And there's something I got to look at right there. And we've got a spot of mud missing right here. So they've come off the side, hit those sticks, jump there, hit these sticks. Right here, they've tried to hit that rock and missed. And then they've probably jumped back onto the side. They're doing well. They're doing very well.
The weather is going from bad to worse. The temperature's dropping and the rain isn't letting up. The constant damp is seizing Neela's muscles.
Neela was getting cold. She was starting to shiver. She was actually teeth chattering. Her hands were starting to swell up. And I was getting a bit worried. I wasn't sure, if we were going to have to pack it in.
Cold soak again.
Freaking cold, right?
At that point also we realized if we have to hide in the bush, we're doomed, because we can't sit still in the bush to wait for a horse to go by anymore. We're too cold to just sit still. But where are we?
We're right here.
They're cold, but their drive to win is pushing them on.
We've come this far. There's no way we're gonna give up. Hey, the train track!
Right on.
Excellent. We have to follow these down south, huh?
Yeah.
How does it work? Can you run on these? Yeah, look.
Yeah, we followed them on the trails for a long time today, and they didn't leave us much for tracks, but we did find enough to keep us going on the right trails.
The winding trail meets the old railway line. The tracker knows his prey must be getting worn down. An open track is a tempting route.
Well, the train tracks are the perfect place for us to walk, because there's no way mantracker will put his horse in danger of walking through stuff like this. There's bikes everywhere, there's metal everywhere, and we can look back so far, we can totally see where he is.
Okay, let's get going.
All right, let's keep going.
Overconfidence in this game can have dire consequences.
There they are, Chuck. And there's something I gotta look at right there. There they are, Chuck.
Critical sighting for mantracker. His victims are not more than a kilometer ahead, but the railway line is hazardous for the horses.
I think we'll take the road over there. It's probably going to be a lot quicker.
Let's keep moving.
With less than 6 kilometers to go, Mike and Neela are riding the rails. It's the most direct route, cutting across a crescent-shaped lake to the finish. Mantracker is hoping to head him off at the pass on a course that parallels the railway, but out of sight. Mike and Neela's route gives them good speed and visibility, but limited options for escape. As they get onto the section of track that crosses the water, there are no choices.
The tracks go across the freaking lake, and I'm looking thinking, God, are we ever exposed? Like, if he's going to meet us where the track and the road meet, he's going to be waiting there for us.
Both Mike and I had the feeling this is just a dangerous spot. We just really have to avoid that.
The road has put the trackers ahead of their sodden quarry. They now have time to plan their next move.
We saw them from about probably 250 yards away. We'll go down through the trees here and find a good spot to ambush. We decided at that point we couldn't get much closer, so we went into the bush along the edge of the railroad track. Found a good spot where we had good access to be hidden, but able to get out in a hurry once they did get there.
The trackers wait, hoping their prey will stay the course. Mike and Neela's worst fears are about to be realized. Neela's done. She's got nothing left. For Mike, it's only a matter of time.
It's just a gut instinct. And also turning off, not even going to the point where trail and track meet. I knew that was not the spot to go through, but we did.
Oh, we got ambushed. We're coming along, and they ambushed us. Came out of the bush right where we were, and didn't have a chance.
It is amusing in some ways, but it's kind of sad in some ways because they don't want to admit defeat, and you know, I can't blame them. It's nice to win and it sucks to lose, but somebody's got to do one of each. They could have jumped off the tracks a little sooner than they did, but we got lucky that they did stay on the tracks as long as they did.
Neela's a fighter. She's tough. I'm actually really glad that I met her. We make a good team.
We were always watching out for each other, taking care of each other. He's a very trustworthy, very loving, very, very nice man.